For Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do it. We are under divine instruction. We have come that IKECHUKWU may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without him. O Elohim, unto thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow your children, IPOB, to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, O mighty one, to fall prey to those who do not know thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if you, Elohim, can deliver Israel, so will you deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake Biafra will come. Israel lost people, and today Israel is here as a beacon of hope in a land filled with darkness. We beseech thee, Elohim, because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. We have come to honor your holy name. We have come to praise thee. We have come to honor thee, that your name may be glorified, adored, and praised forever and ever. Ise. I welcome each and every one of you, wherever you are all over the world. And I ask
Good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. I'm sorry, I'm a bit trying to get my system set up properly. Got a bit of a delay. Having said that, we must continue. Today is my name's Mazi Umeh, and I'm greeting every single one of you, regardless where you are watching us from. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching us from. And my name's Mazi Umeh. I reside here in the United Kingdom. And I'll show you now, Biafra Alpha Power Media is here to stand in the gap of Radio Biafra as those that the mantle of leadership was given to has turned their gun against their own people. Everything they do is to make sure that IPOB does not see the light of the day. But our job here is to highlight them to the real IPOB member. And it is on 9 minutes on top of the hour here in United Kingdom, which is 9 p.m. 9 minutes after 8 p.m. here in United Kingdom. I presume the same thing in Biafra land. So I welcome you. As I welcome you, please welcome others. And today is the 25th of May, the year of our Lord 2023. This evening, my monologue, I just want to reiterate to Biafrans and IPOB at large, those of us that is under oath must understand the significant and the fundamental reason IPOB was embedded by oath taking. It wasn't a charade or a shenanigan or a ritual that people can take for granted. I took my time to go deep on the reflection, what is going on in our family. And everything that have happened in IPOB today is what Onyendu have prophesied. But I want to remind you tonight, as you can see on the screen, I said the consequences of the oath to real IPOB member. Onyendu said, I won't be the one to disappoint you. You will be the one to disappoint me. Now, the reason why I decided to talk about this tonight as my monologue is I know there's a lot of us out there that are genuine, but they were actually confused. But let me remind you that when you sign a contract, even though some contract has a lot of writings on it, not everybody does why before someone signs a contract that you don't assure of, you get a lawyer to aid you to do that. Because as once you sign that, the signatory has been in, you cannot take it back, and whatever comes with it must be fulfilled. Now, the reason why I'm reiterating on oath is that a lot of people has forgotten that we took oath. I know there are so many people that are not under oath. It's not my concern. And those that are under oath, what they have done is not me to judge them, what is going to happen to them. I know some of you did not understand the words that is in the oath. And some people think it's a joke. But I'm telling you tonight, it's not. Mazi Nnamdi, Kanu, our leader, said, I won't be the one to disappoint you, you'll be the one to disappoint me. I will sacrifice anything sacrificable, including my two parents. He said that in the palace, in where all of us was watching him. His two parents was in his two flank, and his wife was the other hand of it. And he made this assertion. I think Kanu was there that day, all of us was watching Onyendu. So now, I'm just saying this is a message to the real IPOB member. I know so many of you are being confused. But let me remind you, if you're under oath, I'm not saying some people, I'm not talking about sympathizers, those that follow Onyendu on social media. I'm talking, this is specifically to the real IPOB members. I'm not saying this about, I say specifically to those that are under oath. Do not make mockery of your generation, because it will come to haunt you. And so many of you will think, because of what has happened. It's not an excuse, because you signed out for it. If Onyendu want to compromise that oath tonight, Onyendu will walk out of DSS dungeon by abandoning the struggle. So the moment you said you're tired on this struggle, you have failed that oath, and that oath will haunt your generation. I want to make it abundantly clear without equivocation. Any single one of some of you might be thinking, why are we doing what we are doing? We do what we do because we sworn an oath, and that oath, we took every breath of it. It is not a joke. And so many men and women have died on cause of this particular oath we took. I want to remind you, some of you, so many people did not come back from the 60s. I met so many veterans that died on exile. Most of them was on that oath, even though our internal leader came back. Detrimental to him. I don't know if he's involved in it, but there's some men that were on their own. Because I spoke to one of them. He used to live in UK here. I met him somewhere in Sub-Saharan Africa. And he died there, was buried there. He children left here and went to bury him on the country he was residing. So I will stop here. But I'm begging all of you, reach out to the real IPOB members. And here in United Kingdom, the Cabal have divided IPOB with their so-called Ohanezendibo here. Everything we do is transparent. If you're looking for a real IPOB member in United Kingdom, Biafra Alpha Power Media and UK Media is where you can contact us through these two platforms on the telephone number we're going to put up on this coming 30th of May. Because now we have to go back on vigorous, again, doing our grassroots evangelism again. Don't fool yourself and thinking that you're following command. There's no command and control you're following under Chike Doziem and his cronies. Chike Doziem has already deviated, and now is one fronting, which is a G4, is the one leading them. But him there is to make a pronunciation, still answering the dogs, because they're not DOS, they're answering dogs now. So, and it's very obvious. So I'm saying this to let you know, and they're contributing money for people you don't know who they are. Don't get me wrong. It might contribute a lot of money, and thinking that this money you're contributing is for IPOB is not. We've been in that part before. All the money contributed in the United Kingdom here, they can't give account of those money. And that is why some of us question them, and at the end of the day, it's become an issue. And we are not going to deter because of this. So I'm indulging majority of you tonight to you to assume your position and take that mantle and stand on the oath you have taken. Because this oath is not you. I warn again, it's the generational curse. I know so many of us are praying, running from one pastor to another today, try to diffuse the generational curse our ancestors them incurs to us. It's even the Bible that the Almighty Chukwu will come and they will visit you with the wrath of your forefathers. Now, what is going to happen to many of us on this struggle? We think this is a joke. This is not cruise. Man has died under this name, IPOB. And that is why Mazi Umeh is still holding firm on the SS dungeon. This is what I want to bring to your attention tonight. Fellow comrade, stand up and do the right thing. Ask questions. Follow command and control. There is a memo which I'm going to pull up here, a Nnamdi brother memo. That memo settles everything in one in IPOB. Onyendu have passed his verdict, and there's nobody can question our leaders' standing order. It remains as it is. And we continue with the vigorous, sensitization on our people concerning the Aba massacre. Aba massacre will never go away, because as we are approaching 30th of May, which is Remembrance Day, the commemoration day for our heroine and heroes, we must remember Kwarawa Mende and his gallant men that was with him, that was viciously murdered by the cohort, collaborated with Chike Doziem and his cohort. A set of our men are murdered, and Chitan Sanwo-Olu was the masterminder because of his duplicity in Aba. And as we speak, Chitan Sanwo-Olu is somewhere in the zoo. That is why I see him ranting. We're going to listen to some of his, we call him that name because he's actually an imposture who nobody knows who he is. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, we'll take it as it comes. So now, we'll remember them. So, Aba massacre will never go away. And our finance is something that we will never do away with. We must continue to sensitize you, to remind you the need for you to do the right thing. The only account you make payment to is the account approved by our leader and will be sanctified by the head of finance, which is Madam Nennianya. You know, she's a virtuous woman, a woman of integrity. I didn't say it. Onyendu have said all this. And there's no if-but about it. So that is the structure we know. We don't have any other structure in IPOB. We only have one. And we don't have no leadership in IPOB than the one Onyendu have set up. Every single individual that is in the DOS, I'm not talking about the dogs. I'm not talking about the moles. The real man that is in Madam Nenya is a member of DOS. And as a principal servant of IPOB, you fall under the DOS. So DOS is a name. Is the body that governs IPOB. It is not about Chike Doziem. Chike Doziem and his gang of criminals are not the first. Chike Doziem was the lowest of the low when it comes to DOS. We have been there with no what has come by and how it's still going on. So as we say, we'll continue to sensitize Biafrans, and I'm going to still show you I'm not going to read all that particular principal guidance of Ifeanyi Ejiofor, but tonight I'm going to do some justice on Ifeanyi Ejiofor, because Ifeanyi Ejiofor has become the thorn on flesh. He is actually the real mold, the real enemy IPOB have. He has been feeding large under IPOB. This man was just a common property lawyer in Abuja before the Providence brought him in, and we thought we were talking to somebody. But the point is that something I'm going to show you tonight to see how someone that is detrimental to the zoo government, he has criminal charges against him. How can he defend Onyendu? There's no way he can defend our leader. And that is why, even if you all should remember the day they locked them outside, because he's not a serious lawyer. Ejiofor could not establish the fact that Onyendu house was invaded in 2017, 14th of October, 14th of September 2017. It was not established legally. In Bintayako's court, Bintayako have to throw him away because he never established it. He was going from one platform to another, giving interview, but he never initiated that particular case in a court of law. He didn't do it. So, and tonight, some of us see the tweet of Bruce Fame. So, there's certain things I want to bring into context tonight, and I'm going to go quickly for it, but I want to show you something on this guidance principle that every IPOB member must be wary about, and know where they are now operating from. So we should not be, be biased about it or worried and thinking that probably we don't know where things that are happening to us is coming from. So let me see. That's the US. I think that's the US. That's the one I'm looking for here. Now, this particular guidance principle was from the so-called Madame Oyibo. The so-called Madame Oyibo. I need to get this off my screen so I can see properly. The so-called Madame Oyibo. So there's a particular paragraph that I need to read for you to actually understand where we are coming from and where we are going. Now, one second. Okay, I think I've got it too. So this one here, I think this is the one. This is the one I'm looking for. So this particular guidance principle was written by Ifeanyi Ejiofor and passed it to Madame Oyibo, the woman that shut down our account in America that were $747,000 was in it, and they opened Umeh account. This is what they have been operating. We've made this document available to every Biafrans to go and read it, but there's a particular section that I want to read to tell you where the whole thing boils down to, and the frequency they are operating now. It's not about Onyendu, because what Onyendu says now does not resonate, because this memo actually says it that whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. Now, If you follow me, this is the second page of this guidance principle on F. He said Rita O. Eze is a deemed an authorized representative and has the authority to manage all financial operations, sign, execute documents, contract in name of IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without any further authorization by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, what this tells you is that if you see Chike Doziem today not obeying Onyendu's order, it is not something he's doing just by his own. No. This was an orchestrated plan. There was an agreement before the whole thing took place. So he said it here that whatever the woman says is what it is, that Onyendu has given him the power of attorney, which Onyendu never did. This was a Jofo based on this audio and the evidence we have presented, because our sister in America, Latina Peters, did a succinctly, damning report about the whole thing that happened, because he was born in America. It's not like some of us that doesn't know how to get things done. So everything was very transparent, and with the conversation, even WhatsApp messages was copied in. Everything, there's nothing you could say you're missing. If you miss it, that means I don't know what else to do. But I just want to highlight to you that whatever you see that's happening, it is not something that off-site. Now, I'm gonna done with this. The particular thing I want to talk about tonight, some of us have seen the tweet of Bruce Fame, where he's talking about the so-called government on exile. Don't get me wrong, I'm not interested in all this. Government in exile, this is the fourth one registered under people just fighting for Biafra. It's not our problem. But whatever Bruce Fame written in his Twitter handle is Onyendu's international lawyer, which so many of us will bear me witness here, that he has been viciously attacked by the Cabal because of he coming out to actually telling us that Ifeanyi Jofo cannot be the one defending Onyendu, as he has a pending case with the Zoo government, which is actually, we can see is metamorphosing in our faces today. You can see there's nothing, everything they do is a script. When they go to court, they will be arguing with each other, with prosecutor and the defendant will be arguing with each other, who's supposed to serve each. You could see the shenanigan they went to the last time with the executive, which is very, very disgraceful on all of them. Now, I have these people, when you talk about propagandists and provocateur, this is what they have done. This same Chinasa Sanwo-Olu was the same guy that came to the radio Biafra tell you that anytime Bruce Fame goes to the zoo, that they're paying him 50,000, as if he contributed £1 or $1 towards it. The same women that he was begging money in America are the ones contributing this money, paying this money. It wasn't him. The reason why I'm talking about the person that wrote this is this idiot they call Isaiah Oba. You know the way they operate, because now Chinasa Sanwo-Olu will not come and comment on this. None of them. Chike doesn't say anything. That one is a vegetable. He doesn't talk anything. I've written him directly in his Facebook. He couldn't reply because he knows he's a dead man. Now, they are jumped up on this particular write-up, even including the family writer. Family writers is Chinasa Sanwo-Olu. Whatever you see in family writers, Chinasa Sanwo-Olu is the one commanding Emeka Gift, because Emeka Gift now is under his payroll. Emeka Gift was getting $240 from IPOB. It was pressed on salary until they shut our account down. People must know this fact. Now they're propagating how the Biafra land is their heaven, where they have turned into turmoil. But let me come back to what I'm saying here. Now, you can see how they jump up about this Biafra government in exile. Whatever Bruce Fame said, it is what Onyendu have instructed him to write. And they wrote this in his Twitter handle, not even with his letter heading. What I want to tell Biafrans is this. The evil that these people have brought on us, their generation will not get away with it. When they pick and choose what they should believe or what not to believe. Now they're quick up to jump up because now they're creating distraction. If for any reason these people decided to have government and exile and Onyendu instructed Bruce Fem, so be it. Onyendu instructed, but have you reacted to the main memo Onyendu asks you people? Because, you know, in everything we do, we always have evidence to show for it. My question to them is this. What happened to this memo? Have any of them talked about this memo? I want to show you how devilish and evil these men are. This Isaiah, but I spoke to this idiot when we were having issue in UK. The day they called Mazi's age. I know what he tell me. He wouldn't say a word. What he was telling me, oh, you remember one time he challenged you, Chamofo, and Onyendu was trying to say, I'm scared of being suspended if you know you're saying the right thing. There's nothing, none of them. The most interesting thing, these people know what is going on. But now they have turned it into business as usual because all of them are sharing money together. They all now cashing out on the IPOB. They use some of them, they have willing tools. Media worms. Sometimes you see me come on Facebook Live. So, I mean, now, I'm going to take this off and come back to this. But let me remind you guys what actually transpired between Bruce Fame and the Cabal. Because anything we do here, we always come with evidence. And this particular press write-up was done by Sahara Reporter. You know, and you see breaking Nnamdi Kanu's American lawyer Bruce Fame asked Ejiofor to withdraw from IPOB leaders legal team immediately. It was on 3rd March 2022. News. In a letter obtained by Sahara Reporter, Fame noted that Ejiofor was not eligible to defend Kanu against the Nigerian government as amended charge in the court sitting a pending lawsuit instituted by the businessman against Ejiofor over alleged fraud of 5.6 million naira. How can somebody like this defend Onyendu in any shape or form? This was when, after Bruce Fame initiated this particular fact, and he's an international lawyer. Ejiofor, I don't know where he has been, but all the lawyers practiced was in the zoo. That is why you could see the difference between Ejiofor and Ejimako. I'm not trying to put him down, but because he's corrupt to teeth. I remember when he filed suit against Simon Ekpa or whatever they call him. That when I saw it, I was laughing because Simon Ekpa lives in Finland and in the zoo, writing jargon from there. But there's a lawsuit against fraud against you. This is fact. So when Bruce Fame said this, I'm not going to be able to read this, but if you want to make it, I just showed you when this whole thing started. As I'm going to cut it short. Now, at the end of the day, there was a response to this particular write-up when they attacked Bruce Fame. Now, IPOB reject moves to remove Ejiofor. This one was done, Ejiofor from Nnamdi Kanu's case in Nigeria on 4th March 2022. Shegu Opajobi. I think it was the news, whatever that brought it. Now, this was a more powerful, they spoke called a more powerless, is one they use. Ejiofor wrote this and gave that idiot to publish it. But today they are rejoicing over his common tweet that he tweeted because now they finally deemed that, oh, now they want to create a content. And you see them. People that are claiming that they are government in exile, they are not IPOB. What is our business with what other people do? When you say whatever you can do to restore Biafra, go ahead and do it. I don't have problem with anybody because that young man from day one, they allowed the man to get where he is today. Whatever he's done is detrimental because they allowed him to excel because they want to destroy IPOB, wicked IPOB within. Every single thing they have done is detrimental to IPOB. So I don't care what they have saying. Whatever anybody open their mouth, say or do, because all of them, by now, share this 747,000. They were on one accord when these things happen. So but now you can see on this particular write-up, for now gave him a powerful to write. The indigenous people of Biafra IPOB on Friday say it's American Council Bruce Firm cannot decide Nnamdi Kanu's legal team in Nigeria. Why wouldn't he? He's an international lawyer. If Onyendi gave him that mandate to do it, as you brought Ezekume, who are you to decide who leads IPOB council or not? We are paying you. You're not paying us. Is IPOB looking care of you? Onyendi not. Onyendi, what Onyendi say? Yeah? The same thing Obetter did. Obetter is even far better than you are, because your own Obetter did not eat. He didn't eat large under IPOB. All the things that have happened to you today, we were thinking that those things that were happening there were fact, but some of them were state managed. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, there's things that happen in your own hometown. None of your family member was hurt, but people were killed around you. But let's leave that for another day. Now, IPOB spokesman, which is Emma Powerless, said Finn has no authority to decide Kanu's choice of lawyer. Femme had written to one of Kanu's front-line lawyer, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, urging him to immediately refrain from becoming an IPOB leader, lawyer, or whatever. The United States lawyer said Ejiofor was not eligible. They're repeating what he has said to defend Nnamdi Kanu against the Nigerian government amended charge, given the reason firm stated a pending lawsuit instituted by a Nigerian businessman Ejiofor over an alleged fraud of 5.6 million, and according to him, Ejiofor had case to answer, insisting that the allegation were not concocted by the Nigerian government. However, powerful faulted the claim of firm who has accused of being compromised. You can see now, they now return it back as a propaganda. Now, firm, the man that has been compromised is people that are sharing his common tweet. But Ejiofor colleague that up to today, they still seeing each other. His memo that Onyendu authorized him to write, Ejiofor did not comment on it. Barrister Jimako, his tweet about removing the criminal in Germany, they call Chinedu Collins, and they are Onyendu approve what is this guy named that the new coordinator, or is it Obonia in Germany? They have never, accepted or said anything about it. What I want to say to you guys is that Ejiofor is the real enemy IPOB have, because whatever Chikeduzium is doing today is what Ejiofor have told them to do. Today, they are writing and rejoicing against the man that has been compromised. Tells you all you need to know. They initiate propaganda when they disagree with you. This is what they do best. There's nothing else, as you can see. Now, the reason why I put up this here is this guy, the coach in Asanworu. At the end of the day, IPOB has a Facebook account on Radio Biafra. First Facebook we owned was about 1.8 million before it was disabled. My own Facebook account disabled at the same time. Now, people are concerned about how many followers they have. This is the mindset of people that we are fighting for Biafra. I have never had Onyendu one day talking about the followership he have on Facebook, because Onyendu, people generate followership with Onyendu's name. Imagine Mazi not kind of paying attention of how many people, because Facebook for the first time wouldn't even allow Onyendu. None of your Facebook page they allow, because Facebook is working in collaboration with the zoo. But the guy is lamenting here that the Facebook is blocking one of his accounts that's holding 50,000 followers. Shows you just the person that is talking. You need to listen to who is saying something to you and what he's saying. I'm going to move forward now. Some of you had the one of the little dogs. We don't know where he lives at this point in time. And one slave is hiding somewhere in the zoo. But some of you listened to his lamentation last time he was on Radio Biafra. Now, if you listen to that particular broadcast, What's question you ask yourself? What the heck is he talking about? Do we have any business with Nigerian government, how it's being governed, or what goes on in the governance? We are not part of the governance. We are fighting to restore Biafra. ESN was formed because of necessity, the leadership failure in Biafra land, because the marauders are killing our people. That was why ESN was formed. Some of you forgotten that this is not the first time this guy have come and make a claim and ESN was going to do this. Remember when he came and told you that they train new cadets that are going to start arresting people? The guy has got no clue of what he's saying. This is a petty 419er. He's claiming that he lives in a country that is giving people things free. Kuwait is an Arab country. Imagine where you live there. If you lived there in all of your life, probably you are. This guy is this guy not Mishnah. So how is this kind of a person will do anything that is meaningful to you? That is why Kissid is a core. That's why he can't show his face. Every day you know that you want to talk, put yourself as I am talking. Because I don't know who you are. Some of us wasn't taking you serious because for life of me, I don't know who you are. I don't want to know who you are. It's quite irrelevant to me. But things it has going to do with people's life now, we have to push. But I know that people knows who you are. So it doesn't matter how much you hide. It's a matter of time. So now, one thing, this is why I show all the things I show here is that at the end of the day, I want to play Soludo's first voice and second one. Every single one of you remember that anybody that came to talk about Onyendu, how Onyendu will be released, they will go against that person. Any single individual that utter that I'm going to release Mazi Umeh, even when you want to pick up as the the president of Nnamdi, and he called for immediate release of Mazi Umeh. The same this guy not watching us. Somebody don't know who he is. He it's just that talk is cheap. Someone can hide somewhere after drinking or smoking a lot of weed or whatever the SK or whatever. He be talking jargon. Listen to that broadcast. The guy was making confession, and even the one living in South Africa actually call it fairy tale because they don't know that like we told them, we'll keep that word for them. Now listen to Soludo. They fall apart with Soludo. At a time, Soludo understand that these are scavengers, so they have to push them far. He's a learned man. Listen, I want to because I'm coming for something. Just bear with me.
Emphatically stated, and I believe them that they are no longer part of this criminal gang, as it were, and they are now working with us, and we'll probably see their own actions in the next few days, and the people are waiting to see what they can or cannot do to join us. And we called on them on the day of our inauguration. That if you are not part of this, come.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Appeal and plead and request and demand of the federal government and our able president, led by the able President Buhari.
I hope everybody heard what Soludo said. That IPOB is emphatically working with them now. Even invited them in his inauguration. Now, we have not asked this question. Who is this IPOB they invited in their inauguration? African Web, which is Terry Nemi, wasn't aware of this because I remember the guy questioning, who are these IPOB members? Then Ejiofor went to Odumeje saying that Onyendu will join us, he has to come out before the Christmas and all that. This is the politics they have been playing. Ejiofor is from Anambra State, or if the man, So now money was coming from Oka, and that money is not flowing anymore. Even they have worked in collaboration with the so-called security in Anambra State, murdered a lot of people. But as soon as Soludo discovered that these are scavengers, Soludo pushed them away. That is where now all of them, including Ejiofor, because Ejiofor is attacking dog. They went off on Soludo. When Soludo sincerely came out and said that, I want Mazi Umeh Kanu release that. If you want everlasting peace in Biafra land, this is the man he must release. Release him to me. Allow him to come and stay in the government house whenever you require him, and people kicked against it. If the former senator Abaribe stand shorty for Onyendu, who sitting governor and senator, which one is more important? That have you mean? For him for dedicate himself to do that. But this man, they kicked against it for the mere fact because they called for the release of Mazi Umeh and they don't want Onyendu released. When we tell you people think we are joking. I know my reason why I play this particular sound tonight, because if you listen to this guy, all the things he said on the 17th of May, the guy was confessing what they are doing on the ground with his bandits, because they created that man squad and they're working with DSS, directly with DSS. We have all the audios. There is not something that hit it. All the ones they created, ESN this, ESN that, any place you go and find, any camp you find, Biafran flag that is not ESN. But Chikedozium told you. People have forgotten that Chikedozium announced on air that they should bring all the zoo flag down and hoist Biafra flag. Where's Biafra flag today? You see, these are, mediocres, the lowest of the lowest people. 419 have level. People that did Ibu Alaji and people that is in the sophisticated, these days things has gone, tech. They're different. But these people that are in local 419, they say things and forget. They have forgotten all of that. But I want to say something to you, that anything that has to do with Onyendu coming out, they don't want to listen to it. They don't want to hear it. That is why I play this voice. Because after Soludo made this insertion, he took it 2 times. He said, let me allow this to play. After this, I want my reason.
That a critical person required around that table for that conversation to be complete, for us to have an all-round approach to dealing with the issue of insecurity and discussing about the future of the Southeast. That person, and we need him urgently around the table. Please release him to us, and that is Nnamdi Kanu. I'm calling on the federal government to please release Nnamdi Kanu. I'm calling on him to release Nnamdi Kanu. We need him around the table because we believe that we now want to have a comprehensive, heart-to-heart conversation about the future of the Southeast, about the future security and prosperity of the Southeast. No one should be left behind. Everybody should be there. If we cannot release him unconditionally, as requested by the courts, by the court judgments and so on, I now offer to be the shorty. Release him to me. I will keep him. Release him to me.
Do you know what ironically is? When Soludo make this particular heartfelt, appeal, Soludo was viciously attacked by this bunch of animals. And this is where this man knew that these people are not sincere. And after that, again, Soludo went to channel television. I said it to people. When he sees someone that is lying, he will know. And again, listen to him again.
Question. You made a public request for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And there was a response from the Attorney General in an interview to an online newspaper where he said there hasn't been any official request made from you for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. You said publicly that you are ready to be a surety for Nnamdi Kanu. Now, are you willing to make that official and official request for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, or have you done so?
He will receive that letter in a few days' time. And I'm very serious about this, and because it's not just something personal. It's not Chukuma, Charles Soludo. It's not about me or governance. It's about the life, security, and prosperity of the entire Southeast. See, we need to be serious and get into this conversation. We want this election to go peacefully in the Southeast. We want everybody to participate. We want peace and security to return. We want long-term transformation of this place for us to become very secured and prosperous component of Nigeria. But you need all all the stakeholders around the table. Now, I thank the president for his assistance to the security agencies with what they call the kinetic approach. You know, the force, the shooting, the military, all the armed forces and the security forces. And they have been doing a great job in helping us. But we
now, this is, I'm not going to allow this video to continue because I have other videos to play. But this is the third appeal, and which have failed. You know, sincerity on him. But these people are the people undermining Onyendu. You could see what happened in the last court they went. It's a shenanigan. I don't care who is the leading counsel. We know. I don't really care. If you get paid for job, you do the freaking job. If you can't do the job, you just walk away. If you know, speaking English that you cram in your head. I live in English country. The people that read dictionary, we live here. So what come out of your mouth, I don't really care what you're talking. What you're talking to me is a jargon. What we're talking about here, what can you offer in this country? It doesn't matter your educational background. Any place you want to work here, you must go training for it. Ask anybody. Doesn't matter if you have 10 masters, nobody gives a damn about it. If you want to be clean toilet today, you must go to the health and safety. You have to pass through that sort. Because you have master doesn't mean they will allow you to go and clean. It doesn't work that way. So if you're leading council and you guys are dealing with the people that you're supposed to be, you know, working against. I'm not the type that, you know, all this kind of nonsense. Do you think we are stupid or dumb? So Soludo was real, but never a time you hear them come and talking, they tell you, this guy not watching us and nobody know who the guy is, but listen to the 50 minutes ranting that he was ranting. He has never mentioned one thing. How did Mazi Umeh Kanu will be released? Today, 19th of next month is going to be 24 months, which is 2 years when Onyendu was kidnapped in Kenya and in addition to the zoo, blindfolded. They have not come out. They have got no, anybody tell there's something they're doing. They have got nothing they are doing beneath what they are doing. What they are doing. China Sanwo, you know when they accused him of building hotel. We have invented these people. But we didn't know. Like I said, my own is that, like once I found out, forget that, because I have to be sure. I'm under oath. I don't just speak anyhow. I have evidence of defending that name because he's a member of a hierarchy of IPOB. Hoping that this guy is a human being. We didn't know that he's an animal. A wild beast. So all these things they're saying, ask them one question. How do you intend to release Mazi Umeh Kanu? ESN, now ESN, who other ESN to get involved in chastising people? Now ESN will come out now and doing opposite. Who is the person that authorized ESN? I will play his voice and where he introduced himself. He's never told you what his position are in IPOB. I keep on reiterating this on a daily basis. The reason why they're using this guy is because they think that they cannot trace this guy. But Chike is in for a mess. They will not come out of this. Everything they have done, they're not going to get away with it. He's talking about what is happening in Biafra land, the criminality. Who caused the criminality in Biafra land? It is you. You are the one they send. He said they send you to come and speak on the day Biafra, to come and announce Sitatomo Onyendu have cancelled, that have cost over 1 million lives in Biafra land. And he's still talking about criminality, which you are one of the criminalities. You are the main criminal in Biafra land. The green people. Now, I'm going to play a bit of this South African idiots. What happened in South Africa? Because we have a loopholes. Like China Sanwo, when he talk, just know, I said it like last year. Anytime China Sanwo is saying something, that is what he has done. You see, all these people he mentioned, I'm not going to allow that. That's some part of our allowed to play. But if you have time, go and listen to that 15 minutes of last week and 17th. Everything that guy said there is what he's actually doing. As I'm talking to you, he's hiding somewhere in the zoo. But you know what? In Pharma, It can hide, it can run, but it can't hide. You're talking to people. You murder that woman because of what he knows in Aba. He can't kill everybody off. You after nature, but nature, whatever nature is, GateKeepers continue to guard that young lady. Because that is where you reap what you sowed. It's just a matter of time. You know? Now, I want to play a short video. Because, you know, when someone is talking, someone that talks too much after drinking or smoking meth, you know, one the IPOB, they don't even understand what IPOB is. That is one thing I don't understand. The guy pull up a video where he was threatening that he's going to shoot somebody. Excuse me, openly. He's going to shoot somebody. Last program I did, I read our code of conduct where it is not, you must maintain that decorum in every garden of IPOB. Anybody that found you shot him must be expelled from IPOB, including Collins Chinedu, what he did in Trafalgar Square. These are bandits. Now they want to tag IPOB a terrorist organization. He's carrying gun. He's on tape. He said it with his mouth. He cannot deny it. It can be Igbo can be translated. You can go and type gun. You see what it is. You type Ewe, type prayer in a dictionary. We show you. So that the voice can translate all these things. I want this guy to be very, 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 very careful. He's threatening that he's going to shoot somebody in his life. And he brought that video to justify that the people were lying. But he was making mockery of it because they invaded their event. These people managed to push them out with even the pistol they came with. Because if you were outside, we were one time inside, just like when we do meeting here in UK, if you're setting off our chair, then you invaded our event. That was where his cough started. You recorded it and recorded your own voice that you threatened to shoot somebody. I know South Africa is violence, but my brother, IPOB is worldwide. And when they put IPOB in terrorist index, some of you were ranting. It is because of your utterances and what you have been doing. China Sanworu, all the threats. Now he says he's going to mob Galbashe. We. He asks, who is this we? Who is this guy? Can China Sanworu, next time he comes, tell China Sanworu, turn your camera on. Mazi Umeh did not ask you to hide your identity. Because I know people know you. But because you people were the people that sold our leader, and he projected yourself that you're going to be a leader since he asked Kanu Takano and Simon Ekpa. Once Madam Oyibo they mention Simon Ekpa, you go ballistic. When you people are looking for leader today, Simon Ekpa say is government in exile. Onyendu say is not. Onyendu disassured himself. Fine, he's our leader. But what have you done for IPOB? That's the question. You have a mantle of leadership in IPOB. What have you given us? Absolutely bunkum. Now, let's listen to this monster's voice. This is why I want you to listen. A short version. Listen to this guy where he's threatening people, because this was played in our station. And lest I forget, before I continue, I need to make this announcement to every Biafran across Grove, and the flyer is going to come out. We are going to have a marathon on 30th of May. The program might start from 12 or by 11 a.m. Biafran time, which is UK time here, till 5. We are going to run a marathon, and we'll give our people a chance to call in that day to talk about the events that happened from this 45 to death. And the saboteurs, you know, if of our time, if now, the kind of that we have. And Mazi Umeh knew that the day like this will come. He knew. That's why he's sitting down, you know, watching this movie. He actually go and watch The Enemy at the Gate. Some of you don't understand what Onyendu was talking about. Onyendu say, I won't be the one to disappoint you. You people are the one that are going to disappoint me. Be wary of the oath you took. Some of you thinking that is a joke. It's not a joke. Our oath is deadly. Your generation will wipe out. And mark my words. Say, George Ume told you. Some people think, that's why some people think, oh, George, I don't have a friend. The only friend I have is that particular oath I took, and I've given everything. If Onyendu tomorrow say he's tired, I will find joy in me. I won't question that man. But Nyana Chin, God in heaven is going to judge him. Because Onyendu say, any day I dream, I think of betraying you. If GateKeepers does not wipe out me and my generation, that means that GateKeepers does not exist. And he want to play with a man like that? Some of you say, I'm tired. You're tired. Well, I'm sorry. You'll be tired with your generation. So that 30th of May is going to be a marathon. We're going to have 6 hours program direct. Just like when you normally do 6 hours on Biafra Alpha Power Media / UK Media. Just bear that in mind. The flyer is going to come out, but I'm just announcing it here. Now, let's listen to what this guy did in South Africa.
We are not here to make problem, please.
Yeah, we are not here to
allow us to start meeting before you call it.
No, Mazi, you don't have the right.
No, we have
you don't.
allow us to start meeting.
No, I will video. I have the right. I have every right. You use your phone. Onyeka,
I hope IPOBs are listening. I hope IPOBs are listening. Whenever they brought this guy, I don't have a clue. But, you see, there's a saying that says that a barking dog does not bite. A barking dog does not bite. And whenever it gets into any room, the loudest man or woman in a room is the weakest link. And that is why this guy has been exposing these individuals from there. Just like China Sanwo-Olu, as he's barking like a mad dog, because everything he said has evidence there against what they have done. Any criminal in Biafra land today who is responsible is Chike Doziem and him himself. But you can see, this is for the first time they came to UK here and attacked Mazi Umeh. IPOB, this is not our dealings. The world is taking account of these things. We are trying to restore Biafra. Who are you to question people what they do if they decided to hold meeting? Who the heck are you? In a free world. The beginning of this scuffle, when they started and the people were kicked them out, and I brought it out. You see God work in a mysterious way. He used his own hand, put this video up to prove that they were in that particular hall. And what happened at the end of the day? You guys was kicked out. Even make it worse. That you were kicked out. But it's on record that you said you're going to shoot. And that young man advanced and said, shoot me in my leg. That's the spirit of Biafra. But I want our people to pay attention. If these things are happening in abroad, what do you think has happened in Biafra land? If these things are happening in a civilized space, and not that they're providing for us, we are the one providing. Financially and otherwise. What do you think is happening back home? Those they now manage to now put all this media worm they're giving for 4,000 naira. I will rest my case. I will leave it. That video is on our channel. You know, it streams all the time. Now, I want to play a little bit of this guy's voice because I don't want to be here in another 10-15 minutes. I'm going to shut this program off. I wanted to put it on 1 hour. Now, let's listen to him because this same guy now, what he said about, I want you to listen because I will intermediate, you know.
National.
Emana, yesterday, mgbe China Sanwo-Olu, a member of Docs, na-eme broadcast yesterday. There some certain things, Okugasi, and it sounds like a fairy tale story. It sounds
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
I want to say something. For those that don't understand Igbo, the guy was referring to the broadcast that China Sanwo-Olu was held on the 17th of May 2027 by Mazi Jonathan. Now, he was saying that when you listen to what he was saying, it sounds like fairy tale. The guy actually told you what those were. He knew within himself that is beyond, that's mediocrity on the highest order. Fairy tale is a very even better word, but it was mediocrity in the highest order because the guy was actually making a confession. Like I said, the oath of IPOB, you can't see it, and it's not me to judge who has done wrong. It's just like when you commit crime in society. You know, the police caught you, fair enough. If they don't catch you, it's up to you. Like I had issue with scooter, electric scooter. When the guy hold me, I would say, oh, why are people say no, we did one at a time. So it will not be the same time it's happening to you will happen to you. So be mindful. especially those under oath, do not act because of the next man is acting. So the guy said, if you hear what he was saying, the dogs, because it's not dogs, I don't know what dogs mean. These are dogs. It sounds like fairy tale. Now he's trying to boost himself. I want you to start from him confirming that all the things the guy said is a fairy tale. But it's the mediocrity in the highest order. Let's listen a bit of it, because I'm not going to allow you to play for so long, but I will mediate, I will intermediate.
Happening around the Biafran struggle, happening in our land, and the plans the Nigerian government and their international collaborators have against the Biafran agitation, have against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But before I proceed, my name is Mazi Umeh. Mazi Umeh is from Obingwa. I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the Directorate of State. Why we are saying, and today is the last day we are saying it, the ESN have been mandated.
Now, I want to say something.
It sounds like a fairy tale.
I just want to say something here for those that are listening. He had the guy introduce himself as China Sanwo-Olu. China Sanwo-Olu is from Obingwa. He's a member of Directorate of State. Now, IPOB, we don't have pseudonyms. That's number one. China Sanwo-Olu, as far as I can remember, in 2015, when Onyendu went to Kuwait, when Onyendu was touring Asia, Onyendu was hosted in Kuwait, and this guy, that's why when I defended his name, I remember that this guy was one time Onyendu. But I knew when we were having problem in Kuwait about fund, Onyendu suspended this idiot. And I remember I wasn't aware, sure, but in me, I knew there's something that eating this guy up till the day he came out and said that Onyendu suspended him one time through Chikedozem. That was one of the things he held against our leader. Now, he didn't say, he introduced himself, he didn't say, oh, I am the chief security of ESN, or I am, because they know their limits, they can go. But is nobody within the DOS of IPOB, because he has no portfolio. I remember when Onyendu suspended disband United Kingdom, he said he was going to give Ozuoka a portfolio. And that day I told people, I said, forget about that. That's a different person. That is the end of discussion, because our leader is an intelligent man. Now, what you should be asking this guy is, what is your portfolio in IPOB? I will leave it there. I just want you to know that who is talking to you is even more imposture than the dead Buhari, even though people know who he is, but he can't show his face, meaning that, just like Ostraman, when Ostraman was alive, never show his face. These are common criminals. These are people that he lives in desert, claiming that he lives in a country that they're giving people things free. All you that you have in your own land, what have you done with it? You can't do anything with it. Let's go further to listen to, because I think he's gone there. Let's see.
The ESN have been mandated. Why we are saying, and today is the last day we are saying it, the ESN have been mandated. They have been authorized. We don't give a damn who you are. If you are the governor protecting them, we are going to come after every one of you. We have their record, from the commissioner to anybody.
I hope you're listening. Now, our leader is in DSS dungeon. Look at the threat this guy is giving. ESN has been mandated, authorized. Now, he's threatening the sitting governors and with commissioner. I don't know, some of you understand the implication of this, because tomorrow, when international community putting IPOB and ESN under the whatever, these people are, they don't talk. I want to say it, unequivocally, that this person, just the word to understand that. The reason why I'm playing this audio here is to you to understand. The individual speaking does not speak for IPOB. He doesn't have any portfolio in IPOB, which he introduced himself. Say he's a member, but he has not mentioned what he does for IPOB. meaning that he is nobody within IPOB. These are the moles. Now, this guy is openly. He have done. Remember when they kill our people and Abai says going to revenge? Ask him, have you revenged? Every time, even before election, he threatened that ESN was going to go to Lagos to go and defend our people. Until when they have fracas in Lagos, did you hear him say anything about it? I want you people to go back and listen. Because what this guy is doing the script they've given him, because this guy is somewhere in the zoo. Now, he's threatening sitting governors. He's threatening Soludo. I don't know where you have your Alpha jet. If tomorrow now Soludo invite the zoo with their helicopter to come and bomb our people, you say why? But you are the one giving them open threat. Open threat. Authorized and mandated by who? Okay, let's go.
The commissioner has no place to run to, because he is the one behind all these criminals. He is the one that set up. How can criminals be in 8 local government? This is what he's using to take security money from Soludo.
I say I'm gonna be interjecting. Do you see his anger? How did he know that they were collecting security money? Soludo were giving them money. Which money? The same money they were giving you. You're posing yourself as you can offer anything. Like I started this book, I told you guys. He just told you his anger with the commissioner. Is Soludo going to give you the money? Are you a commissioner? Are you involved with the zoo government? So what do you care? Is that how to release Mazi Umeh? What is your agenda to release Onyendu from DSS dungeon? That's what you should be talking in the radio Biafra. That's what I'm telling Biafrans. 30th of May is going to be a marathon on Biafra. Far Power Media and UK conjunction standing in the gap of Radio Biafra. What they do in our radio, they don't talk about how our leader will be released. The guy is coming to threaten those that are giving them bag of money. His anger is Soludo now. What did I say? Soludo have pushed them on the corner. No, they are a bunch of morons. With the gangs of the AK-47 they're giving in Biafra land, built because the criminality in Biafra land is Dictionary Sanwo-Olu is number 1. If he's a human being, out of his own mouth, just now he's threatening, including the commissioner. Let's listen a bit of it.
He told him, I have cleared this place, I have cleared this place. These are criminals we imported. They have their link. They have the people. He is adopted by these people. None of them is talking. And the governor claims every day he comes out to talk about security, while the people orchestrating all this crime is in his government. Why I'm coming from this line is for people to understand what Nigerian government and Igbo politicians, to make money. Some of them want to make money and they make it and they tag it on IPOB. They say anyone tag it on IPOB, anyone tag it on IPOB. And let me say something. I'm going to say it is not, I want to say it so that they should stop. Any camp you see Nigerian military show having Biafra flag is a fake camp. Having a Biafran flag is a fake camp.
Fellow comrade and lovers of freedom, I'm not gonna dwell on this. But the reason why I allow his voice to play a little bit is for you guys to understand everything this guy is saying here is out of frustration. The bag of money from Soludo does not reach them anymore. All this information is giving you here. He spoke for almost 50 minutes. He never mentioned the concern of IPOB. How Mazi Umeh is going to be released. If they ask you, they say they are doing on which underground work? Which lawyer? Is he Fanye Ejiofor? And who? And Ozekome. These people can't do jack. Ejiofor is a criminal. He have a criminal pending case in zoo. He's a fraudster. So he can't do jack. So all this ranting, and threatening people. Like I said, if I can go back and go on, because we have the evidence. They can speak and go, but we have the document. Keep it for you. Like I said, their own tribunal will be the worst. Open up tribunal will be a child's play or what these people are going to face. is anger. Anything you can take from this mountain is because Soludo they don't see shishi from Soludo no longer. Soludo know that these are a bunch of animals. So, but one thing I want to let you guys know tonight is this, that the real IPOBs, I will still repeat again tonight. This thing I'm saying to you is not something I just wake up and start saying. It's spiritual. What we do is more spiritual than physical. I don't speak anyhow. I don't accuse people falsely. Before we come here, we always say there's no prejudice. Onyendu, we say things and back them up. We don't threaten people. When we have a just cause, all this assertion our leader have made, there's a legitimacy towards it. Onyendu does not talk unguardedly or make an empty threat. Everything we have done is spiritually guided. So tonight, I want you to go into sober reflection. This is not IPOB oath is what is holding Mazi Umeh. I will reiterate to you tonight. If you're IPOB member that are under oath, if you're a grandmother, a grandfather, a young man, no matter your age, you join IPOB and sworn an oath. Mark my word somewhere. Your generation will not get away from the rot of what you have sworn your hand on. You know why? Because nobody forced you. You know, the day I was doing program with Mazi Umeh, this so-called national coordinator from Switzerland called. There was a guy that called from Germany that were arguing about oath taking, that they don't take oath, they come to meeting, they contribute money. And I was like, where? He said in Germany. And this guy called from Switzerland on a program, live program like this, me and Mazi Umeh. And I told him, I said, my brother, I don't care if you're a national coordinator. Then we were thinking, oh, maybe they try to blackmail Chikedozium. But it was the fact. 50% of this individual, they never took oath. They never. So I'm not in the same league with them. I know of UK. Let me tell you something. If we are presiding oath over you, you miss one word, it will go back again. And if you refuse, we order you out. That's no fight. It is very standard. I've taken numerous oaths online. And people will witness. And you will be on your feet. If he stammer, it start all over again. There must be a witness there. That word is what is holding our leader in DSS dungeon and his generation. That is why I see all his family member enthusiastically is involved in this struggle. And it's divine. For some of you thinking that is a joke, go into sober reflection on this 30th of May. We shall remember those that have given their lives. From 2016, our men were mowed down in the street of the zoo, knowing full well that we were going to meet their audience. But they did it for one thing, because they want Biafra. And if you fail them, the rots of hell will not escape your generation. That's the one word I want you to take home tonight. Most importantly, probably before 30th of May, if I'm going to come on air, Biafrans will know if there's a need for it. If there's no need, 30th of May, we are going to be on a marathon. 6 hours non-stop. 6 hours non-stop. We will broadcast simultaneously from different platforms. Biafra Alpha Power Media, YouTube, Facebook, UK Media, live. And you can call in from anywhere you want to call in. We're going to make a WhatsApp number for the first time on this platform. For the first time on this platform for people to call in. You will have the opportunity to call in, and we'll give you a link. If you want to come live on the program, we will bring you in live as well. And I want to thank all of you that have taken your time this evening to listen to me. And most importantly, I ask all of you to go into sober reflection, and we shall always remember to put our supreme leader Mazi Umeh Kanu and his entire household. And we shall remember the two parents that paid the ultimate price, because they have done something that is noble. And Israel Okukano family shall be immortalized as long as we in this journey, even our forebearers, will bear us witness that these people came to liberate Biafra. What the stories we read in the Bible shall repeat himself from the origin of civilization, which is Biafra land. May Chukwuka Biama guide and protect our leader. Give him the strength and the courage, because he's surrendered by enemy. But I know that Okike in heaven that called him will not desert him. Thank you for listening to me. And may Chukwuka Biama bless and guide every single one of you. Only thing I'm going to do tonight, to remind you about the oath taking, I'm going to give you one of our leaders' lamentation. I want all of you to go into sober reflection. Think about it deeply. Go into your mind and think about the deep reflection of what Onyendu has said. Because at the end of the day, we are not here to joke. We are here to restore Biafra. And as long as mankind liveth, Biafra shall be emerged without any iota of fear. As long as our leader has not disappointed us, every other thing is secondary to me. I will never waver until the last day the Biafran flag is hoisted. Even if on my death, any day I die, the only thing he will do for me is make sure you people buried me with Biafran flag. It doesn't matter where I buried. Even if I die in London, don't take me home. It doesn't make any sense. Innocent to Denibo, when he died in New Jersey, he made it in his will that he must not be taken back home, but he was given a befitting burial in New Jersey with Biafran flag. That's the only thing he can do for me. I have no business with the zoo. We have sowed that seed. Until Biafra is restored, or will ever 6 feet deep. That's it. And I thank you. I will leave you with this in there. Thank you very much.
Our people are lame. They are weak. I am struggling to count how many men there are in Biafra land. There are no more men left. Weak, docile, and imbecilic. Weak. I don't know how we can take such people to war. I don't know how we can take men who are not men into battle and win. I am ashamed. Very, very ashamed. Nonetheless, we must preach this very gospel because man did not ask us to come. Chukwu Biama in heaven mandated that we should come. If not, that I was called to do this very work, I will not speak to any of you anymore. But Chukwu Biama said this very gospel must be preached, and we must preach it. I have prayed since yesterday up until now. My request is very simple. The same prayer I made in secret, I will make out here in the open. Chukwu Biama Biko. Since it is your intention that your kingdom will be restored upon this very earth, I need men. I need men. I did not say boys. I said I need men. Those of them that you created to restore your kingdom, they should come forward now, not tomorrow, not next year. Chukwu Biama. You must bring them now. I did not say tomorrow. Because the insult is too much. It is beyond what any human being can endure. We want to go and get Biafra, or we die in the process, because we are better off dead than witness some of this nonsense going on. The level of insult is beyond what any decent human being can tolerate. I was an Achinama. They bring their cattle into our land. They desecrate our land. They kill us in the presence of our families and nobody does anything about it. And when the police attend, the police sit idly by as people are being killed by not a multitude of people. Only 4. Only 4 Awasa people can sack an entire village in Biafra land, and we call ourselves men. No, we are not men until we redeem our honor. Until we look at integrity and say we must have a part of it. Until then, to be honest with you.